What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Erislandy Lara, Gary Spike O'Sullivan. Erislandy Lara stops Gary O'Sullivan in round 8. The bait was easy. Erislandy Lara would slowly shuffle his feet backwards, and Gary would come forward thinking that he could actually somehow hit the floating, flying, bobbing, weaving Cuban. It was a mistake. O'Sullivan kept repeating he has the best mustache in boxing. It got a little doused and wrinkled against the accurate counterpunching southpaw Lara. Lara, 29, 3-3-17, knocked Gary O'Sullivan down in the 4th en route to an easy 8th round stoppage to retain a WBA secondary middleweight title. He said, "This new style that I'm demonstrating is for all boxers to show them how I can fight now. Just being able to change up," Lara said. He was a tough boxer too. "I am a smart boxer, slick boxer. That's what I did tonight. I waited until he attacks. And then when I do, I had to do what I had to do to win the fight." Let me counterpunch. Good fight. Lara showed that he had that sniper left. I think he will always have that. I think that's one of the things that he'll probably die with. Nonetheless, he's 39 years old. This new quote-unquote style that we were talking about gave the opportunity and the potential for Gary Spike O'Sullivan to make a comeback. Because remember, after he did get knocked down, Gary O'Sullivan caught him with a left hook, and it made Lara, it got his attention. The body punchers definitely got his attention, and Gary was throwing that left hook to the body like he found a home for it, like it belonged there. Okay, and then Lara, you notice he started leaning in. Okay, and those body punches were starting to hurt Lara. Okay, because he wasn't the old Lara, the one that fought Canelo, because he doesn't have the legs like he used to. The new style that we're referring to, yes, is it more entertaining? Yes, but how is it effective for Lara? It's not physically. No, it's terrible for him. He's 39 years old. Now you learn how to stop moving, and now you're getting hit more. Now to the body, the chest, the arms, you know, the type of things that put you down. He's defensively sound, yes, but he still puts his mitts up like Winky Wright at times, and he does get caught with punches like the right uppercut he got caught with Gary Spike O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan had his rounds. He had his time in that fight, and it came for constantly going to the body, okay? The punches that he was landing to the body was taking some gas and a bit out of Erislandy Lara's legs. Okay, and since Lara doesn't move about like he used to, he makes him more stationary. It made more of an attack. It made more of an incentive to go to the body by scaring Gary O'Sullivan. Gary O'Sullivan was getting caught with clean shots, but he was also getting off his shots. So don't get it twisted, people. Gary Spike O'Sullivan made his mark in that fight. Lara, that's why he gave him respect. You know, that's why he said, hey, you know, he said he was a tough boxer too. What do you think that means? That means he took a licking, rolled over, did a sideways somersault, got up, and still kept throwing and kept on ticking. Okay? So, yeah, Gary deemed to be a very good opponent for Lara, especially the older Lara. And I think, you know, the left, I think, was too much. It was too surprising for O'Sullivan because O'Sullivan's game plan was to move forward, work the body, and break down Lara. Unfortunately for him, Lara still had too much in the tank left, and he could not keep taking those punches. I think Benny Estevez stopped the fight early. The doctors were already looking at him, you know, I think after the 6th round was over. Okay, so they were to a verge, I think, of stopping that fight. But what does that mean for Gary Spike O'Sullivan? It means if you're not about that business, do not get in the ring with Gary Spike O'Sullivan. He could spoil your night. Okay? But anyway, Lara showed that being 39, he's still able to beat guys that are older. Let's be real. I wouldn't want to see him in there with Errol Spence at this point or Terrence Crawford at this point. His time is done. His time was a little bit behind Mayweather, but not soon enough to be there with Mayweather. Mayweather was still fighting when Lara was considered one of the best. However, Mayweather was on his way out, smart as he is, like we know he's smart for doing. Okay, so Lara's time now, though, is up. Okay, because that's been a long time ago since then. And I think Lara, he's making good money, he's taking care of his family, but I do not under any circumstances want to see him hurt because he's fighting fighters out of his era. I hope that makes sense to people, because we see too much of that. We see too many boxers that once were just great, dynamic, gifted, special, whatever you want to call them, get beat down by someone less talented only because they're more energetic, more testosterone, and younger. Okay, and they're able to punch out for every 2 punches they throw. That's 5 punches for the younger, stronger guy. I do not want Erislandy Lara in there like that, taking that type of punishment. I hope he can fight someone that's kind of like Danny Jacobs would be a good fight for him. I would like to see that. Triple G, he's older than Erislandy Lara. Why not? Okay, so hopefully if he loses to Canelo, maybe they can get a fight with Lara. That's if Golovkin doesn't retire. More than likely, he probably would. Okay, that's his last hurrah, and I think feels he's too better, or he's too much to be fighting at the likes of Erislandy Lara. Nonetheless, Lara got the stoppage in rounds 8. You guys tell me what you think of Lara and his new style of aggressive counterpunching, catch and shooting. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!